So what I'm predicting Elliott is skeptical about is that the Shorty Awards are similar to other esports awards or gaming awards or web awards in general, where the voting or the nominees or the winners are decided based on a popular vote. And at a first glimpse, I think this seems like, or, you know, when I first was thinking about it, I was like, well, that seems fair. You know, that seems like a legitimate way to do it. It's a popular vote. It's whoever gets the most amount of votes wins. That seems reflective of what it should be. But I think what's really interesting is when you get into that a little bit, you realize that it's basically just I'm trying to think of a word apart from circle jerk, but I can't really think of another word of these organizations that basically ask the creators that are nominated or
to promote their
them.
award, and whoever promotes the award the most by telling their audience to go and vote for them wins. And you know how you know that it's such a, you know, not real thing? I mean, sorry, let me start at the top of my list for why these awards are so meaningless. Actually, you know what? Let me go all the way back and start before the voting process. Number one, so they have a bunch of different categories, like Creator of the Year, Streamer of the Year, Group of the Year, and they decide who those initial 5 are. And they always decide those 5 by people who they just, I think, kind of gauge are probably most likely to promote it to their audience.
You think?
Okay, let me just go to the Best Creator of the Year category. Okay. Don't get me wrong. Like, nothing against this person at all, but I'm pretty sure it was last year, Sniper Wolf won it. Like, a big content creator? Yes. Creator of the Year? No. Am I Creator of the Year? Absolutely no. The fact that someone like Ninja, it was the year he had his biggest blow up. Like, it was the year Ninja took over the world. He didn't win Creator of the Year because they knew that he was never going to promote something like the Streamies for people to go vote for him. Yeah. So, and to even rewind more, there's a category called like Best YouTube Group, right? Mm-hmm. You know who's in that category? You don't see Click in that category. You don't see The Sidemen. You don't see FaZe. You know who is in that category?
Tell me.
A couple that reacts to Sidemen videos.
What?
Because they don't put actual people in. They put people who they think are just going to actually go out and promote their competition as much as they can.
So they choose the initial nominees.
They choose the initial nominees.
And then the nominees ask people to vote for them.
Yes, exactly. And here's the thing, and I'm 90% sure, I hope I'm not mixing up the awards here, but I'm 90% sure I'm right. It's not even like, hey, go and vote for me on this website and then you're good. It's like you can vote up to 10 times a day, every single day for the next 3 or 4 months. Yeah. So the whole thing is that the creator who wants to win just has to tweet, hey guys, just a reminder to go put your daily vote in for me to go win. And then they're just sitting back like, all this website traffic that we're just getting. Think how much you normally have to pay a creator to promote going to your website.
So true.
And they're just like, oh, hey, we made this imaginary internet award. Now watch them all promote traffic to our website and our award that is complete. Like, you look at the winners of every category, it's like, and the thing is internally, like, obviously you have a creator who's a friend who wins. You're like, congrats, like, that's cool. But I know that I don't know a single person who takes those awards seriously. And I actually
know a couple creators we work with that have been nominated for these awards in the past and actually refuse to promote them or ask their audience to vote for them because they understand that process and they're like, for one, don't really care about the validation of getting an external award. They find their validation from, you know, creating great content for their audience, which is what it's really all about anyway. And 2, they realize that those awards are just asking people to promote their own awards. Yeah. So it doesn't really make sense, nor does it truly feel reflective of the person that, you know, perhaps has been the most creative that year or has put in the most work.
There's no meaning behind it. It's just, it's an award that is basically just saying, hey, I promoted the voting page more than anyone else. Yeah. Like, that's ultimately what it comes down to. Long story short, these are supposed to be short. I could go on a 30-minute rant about Streamy Awards and all those other things. If you're going to have an award, have a judge panel. Base it on actual criteria. Don't just make it like who's willing to sell out as much traffic as they can to our website competition because that's just dumb. No one respects it. And if at the very first stage of even picking the people who are nominated, you make a complete joke out of that, like they obviously do, then, you know, it's just ridiculous.
It loses its relevance.
Exactly. It's like you completely take, like, and I think there's a lot of awards that do that, especially in the gaming industry right now, where the credibility of, I think there's like one or two good game awards shows, but the vast majority of them will either sell the award, or they'll do it by that popular vote method, or they just pick ones where you're like, that's so clearly, or like, you know, there was a certain award show that happened, which I actually don't want to go into too many specifics on, but it would have a category like streamer of the year or YouTuber of the year. And this was it wasn't probably not as big a international one, but they would have like someone like Laserbeam next to someone who literally has like barely posts, channel hasn't grown or something like that. And not actually saying Laserbeam was nominated or whoever else was nominated, but they would just be like, oh, this person actually came to the award, whereas the big channel didn't, so we're going to give it to that person. Yeah. And it's just like, as soon as you do that and you see a category which you can mathematically and literally look at the data, look at the kind of what they've done in content, how they've innovated, the numbers behind them, the growth they've had, and it's just like, factually, mathematically, this person is head and shoulders like deserving of that award. And as soon as you don't give it to them, every award just completely goes out the window. And it's like, okay, well, clearly this whole thing's just a joke. And to use the word circle jerk.